What is going on, everyone? It is good to be back. I want to say it's been about 2 weeks since I filmed a video, so I just haven't really been filming anything, mainly because I've been trying to just enjoy my summer a little bit. Plus, I had already planned on leaving for Spain, but I've had some visa complications and the application process has just taken so long. They said it was supposed to take up to 4 weeks, but now it could be taking up to 6. So I'm in my 5th week right now, so hopefully by tomorrow, because that's when I moved my flight to, I can leave. But either way, I just kind of wanted to start filming again. So the whole thing with the visa process too is that they don't really tell you like an exact time period it could take. They just will email or call you at like any given point in time in the day saying, hey, your visa is ready, come pick it up, or you get denied and you have to go re-pick up your passport. So I like being home though, just because I can just spend more time with my family and with my neighbors and my friends. So in that sense, it's kind of a win, but at the same time, I really just want to be playing again because I've missed it so much. And when you're training alone, it definitely sucks. And when I could be with a team, it definitely is just going to feel a lot better. So, and plus at the level that we're going to be playing at, it's just going to be amazing. So either way, we're going to get into the session today and hopefully we have a good training day. So let's go. Okay, so I don't really think I've gone through my whole warm-up routine, but I'm just going to explain it in today's video. So to start off with, I usually do around 2 or 3 jogs to either the halfway line or halfway outside the halfway line in the 18. Then I'll just do like some skips with some upper body movements. Like for this first movement, I'll just do like forward arm circles. And then on the way back, I'll do just like arms up and then just swing them out. But either way, I typically do start with just some upper body movement just so that my entire body is loose for the session. And then I'll move, once I'm done with that, I'll move into like this lower back twist just because it does feel really nice on my lower back. Then once that's done, I'll just do in some side shuffles all the way back from the 18 to the baseline. Then once I'm done with that, I'm going to move into just some backward shuffles and just get those twitch muscles moving and just warm. Once I'm finished that, I just jog it back to the baseline to start my next movement. And my next movement is just going to be opening the gates. I really like this just because my hips get pretty tight all the time. So just opening the gates to the 18 and just really getting the hips loose before starting the session. Once I get to the 18, I'm then just going to like turn around and close the gates. Just hip mobility, because honestly, hips are probably one of the most important things in this sport. So going along with that topic, it's just really important to warm up. I usually spend around 5 to 10 minutes to do it. And if I don't do a proper warm up, I just am not right for the session. It messes with my head. But once I do the hip, open the gates and close the gates, I'll do front kicks. Again, just going to the 18. All the stuff I do is typically around going to the 18 anyway. So once I'm done with front kicks, I'll just do back kicks on the way back and just work on getting those hamstrings all loosened up and just ready to go. So once I have finished that, then I'll just do some light little static stretching. I know I don't really do a whole lot of it just because static stretching isn't entirely good before working out. So either way, I just like doing it just to get everything just stretched out and ready to go. Once I'm done with my slower movement stuff, I'll move into some agility work. So for the first one, I'm just going in and out, just moving my feet really fast and then sprinting to the cone. I usually do each thing about 3 times. So once I'm done with that movement, I move into just some 2 feet in between the cones and then move into a sprint. Once I'm done with the 2 feet in between, then I'll just go on one side and just put 1 foot in laterally. So I just keep moving my feet really fast, and that way I can take off for a full sprint afterwards. After that, I'll almost do like a forward shuffle, but facing one side of the field. So I'll go up and back, kind of like I'm stopping and going. And then once I get to the end, I'll just turn my hips and sprint out. Again, I'll do this 3 times for each way I face. And the last thing I move into is just a single leg hop with the sprint at the end. I'm really focused on just popping off that 1 foot and going into that sprint once I get to the end. Again, I do this 3 times for each leg. Then I just wanted to focus on some lateral explosiveness. So what I did was I set up 3 cones so that there was 2 gaps in between. I would do a single leg hop and then try and drive off that plant foot once I landed. I really was just focusing on exploding and then also balancing once I landed. Typically, I would do 5 reps, and that would be 1 set, and I would do 4 sets on each leg. The last thing I moved into was figure eights, so I would just set up 2 cones and then go forward and backward around in an 8 shape around the cones. So I typically would do 4 sets of this, and I worked for 15 seconds. But due to the heat today, I really was just trying to take it easy. So I did 15 seconds for 3 sets. And I mean, either way, it still was killer, but I was really impressed with my footwork. Once I was done with my agility drill, I would just move into this ball mastery and dribbling variation. So what I would do is, at these 3 cones here, I would do a ball mastery variation. So in this case, I did V-taps. Once I would get like 5 or 6 perfect ones, I would dribble out to that second far cone, throw a move at the closer one, and then take a shot. In total, I did 3 sets for 3 different variations, and each set had about 7 reps in it. So it was just a good way to get some ball mastery dribbling and shooting it at the same time. And yeah, it was just helped me improve working with both feet.
Don't you think we're done? Don't you think we're done? Don't you think we're done? Knew that it was.
Once I finished that dribbling drill, I then moved into this shuttle fitness and juggling routine. So what I would do is I would run 5 yards back, 10 yards back, 15 yards back, and then the juggling would be my rest. So I could only juggle for a maximum of 30 seconds. So in my head, I just did 30 juggles. So if I dropped the ball at any point while I was juggling, I would have to start my shuttles. So I was just mainly focused on getting the 30 correct right away. So, and as I went on and on, my mind and body just got really tired. So it was just really hard to focus on keeping the juggles up. But either way, I happened to lose just most of this footage, and I'm just really mad about it because I did it. So either way, I would have posted the whole thing, but this is what I got. So
Don't you think we're done?
then lastly, I just moved into some crossing with both feet. So for the first set, I just used my right. This first one was really good just because I took a clean touch out of the air and really got it to where I wanted to. I was just really working on trying to bend that ball in behind the back line so that way the striker can just tap it in. The second one was just a little sloppier just because my first touch wasn't exactly how I planned it, but I did manage to fix it, and I put it into the area I really wanted to just so that way a striker can challenge before the keeper gets there. This third one was kind of my ideal cross just because it had that little dip on it behind the back line, and really if a striker were to get there and just put any sort of touch on it, could end up at the back of the net. For this next one, my first touch was not the greatest, but I managed to fix it with the second one, and then I really was trying to focus on lifting the ball, kind of like a chip pass to the back post, but I didn't really get enough on it, so it could have been cleared, so that's disappointing. And for this next one, the first touch, I was disappointed with myself in, but either way, the ball was kind of how I wanted it. Again, just that little dipping ball behind the back line. And then, I'm not going to lie, the last two for the right foot were not the greatest whatsoever. I mean, I just wasn't happy with them, and the heat was kind of getting to me, but that's not really an excuse to put in a bad cross, so either way, I just need to focus on that a little bit more. Once I finished the set with my right foot, I then just moved into the same thing and started crossing with my left foot. So for this one, I just did a nice little cut. I definitely think I took too long to get the cross in, and that first one definitely is going to get cleared by a defender. For this second one here, I had a nice little move, but again, I just waited a little too long, but played a decent ball in. For the third one, again, I just feel like I took a little too long, and I got to get that cross off quicker, and I fell off balance, and again, that's probably going right to the keeper. And the following one after that, I really liked, though, just because I drove at the cone pretty hard, stopped, and then played a pretty decent ball into the back post, because someone could win a header or tap it in back post. But following the next one, I just really did not focus at all on this one at all, and I just shanked it completely. Now, at this point, I was truly getting tired. I mean, I was not really game realistic going into the cone, and the cross was easily either the goalie's going to shield it out or he's just going to catch it. And then to end the set, I thought I drove at the cone pretty hard and had a nice little cut inside, but again, I just didn't execute the cross how I wanted it to.
All right, guys, so it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours after training now, and I got back and realized that I didn't record my whole training session. I lost storage on my phone, which probably means that I should start using a camera or just clear some storage on my phone. And I don't even feel like I have a lot, so that was just kind of weird how I found out that just half of my stuff just didn't record. For one of the drills that I did, I'm just saying this now, I did not just record one and then just be like, hey, that's it, I'm done. I did the sets and I was just really tired after that. I also missed out on like one or two of like my crossing sets, and then I looked again by the time the session was over because I wanted to film some of my free kicks, and just found out that I couldn't record them, and by that time my phone was just truly overheating. So either way, I'm just really mad that my session just didn't record all the way. So sorry to break it to you, but I'll put something up on the screen just to show you like what I did and like some of the variations I did. But either way, I'm probably just gonna invest in a camera or just clear the storage on my phone. So thank you all for watching. Just make sure to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and just follow my TikTok, just because I'll probably upload a little bit more on there. And hopefully I can get my passport within the next few days, just because I'm really eager to leave and just get out to Spain and start playing. So either way, just thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.